On the news, President Tinubu and other heads of government witnessed inauguration of South Africa's president.
The President of the Republic of South Africa.
House of Representatives Committee on Health advocates more funding in the sector for improved health care delivery.
Having personnel costs of over 14 billion is now having less than 1 billion.
Plus, ECOWAS donates $1.9 million to support Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Good evening and welcome to Parliamentary News, coming to you from Abuja. I am Praise Nwachuku. President Bola Tinubu was one of the guest heads of state and government who witnessed the inauguration of the 5th president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, who was sworn in for his second term in office.
Just a day after his swearing in for his second term in office, the newly inaugurated South African President Cyril Ramaphosa left his seat of power in Pretoria to visit President Bola Tinubu in Johannesburg. This was an ironic situation of the host president visiting his guest in his own country, and that underscores how important the visit of President Bola Tinubu is to the host president attending his inauguration for a second term in office. Now, after the exchange of pleasantries between the two leaders of the two giant African countries, they went into a closed door for close to an hour to talk on new areas of relations between the two countries. Their discussions focused on economic, bilateral and democratic collaborations between the two African giants, and of course how to provide the necessary leadership for the rest of the continent. Let's take a listen to the two leaders.
Forming a government of national unity to stabilize the polity, and that is coming at a very challenging time for the rest of us in Africa to really come up with collaborative economics that will help our downtrodden and vulnerable people.
But for me, what matters most is to be able to have very good economic links with Nigeria. The two countries, South Africa and Nigeria, are very important in our continent, and when the two countries work together, which we are, and we do things together, it benefits Africa. It is the two countries that are among the pillars of our continent. And I'm particularly pleased that we support each other internationally. Nigeria and South Africa are essentially joined at the hip, and we want to engender good economic and trade relations between our two countries to address the challenges that our two countries face. Thank you.
Now, going forward, it is expected that the two countries will work out the new areas of collaboration between the two countries and how to provide leadership for the rest of the continent. From Johannesburg, Musbal Nanwahab, NTA News.
The House of Representatives Committee on Health has urged the federal government to earmark more funds to the health sector in the 2025 budget to improve the standard of health care delivery in federal government-owned health facilities across the country. Chairman of the committee, Amos Gomna Magaji, gave the advice when speaking to newsmen after he led other committee members on oversight visit to the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital. Ahmad Fulani's report is here presented.
The team, accompanied by the UITH Chief Medical Director and other management members, inspected the oxygen plant, drug abuse unit, and ongoing construction within the hospital and the radiology department of the UITH. While frowning at some of the inadequacies spotted in the places visited, the team commended the management and the staff for being able to maintain the hospital despite paucity of funds and other challenges they encounter. The team assured the hospital management that the committee will encourage the federal government to spend more on the health sector for the benefits of Nigerians.
Like Ilorin here, having personnel costs of over 14 billion, is now having less than 1 billion to, develop infrastructurally and provide equipment for the hospital. And for me, that is a no-no, because as we are trying to improve the healthcare delivery system, we should see a budget where at least maybe 60% of that budget goes into development of infrastructure, and then of course replacement of key equipment in the hospital.
We have lots of challenges which we have already informed them. Challenges about power, challenges about diesel, the money we are paying, getting diesel and getting power. They're already aware, and they promise that they are going to look into all those to assist us.
The University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital is one of the federal health centers across the country that provides tertiary health services to the citizens.
ECOWAS Commissioner for Human Development and Social Affairs, Professor Fatau Sosa, has presented 2 checks of $906,205 and that of $1 million to the Nigerian government through the Nigerian Red Cross Society and the World Food Programme. This donation of $1.9 million marks the launch of ECOWAS humanitarian support to Nigeria's Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. We will now pause for a break, and when we return, situation reports in Rivers State. Don't go away. You are still on Parliamentary News coming to you from Abuja, the nation's capital city. Let's now go to Rivers State, where the House of Assembly screened and confirmed 23 chairmen and members to serve as interim management team in the local government councils of the state. And these follow the correspondence from Governor to the State Assembly requesting for the confirmation. Nkiru Onyejesi reports.
Speaker Victor Okojombo, reading the correspondence, noted that it became necessary to screen and confirm some persons to take over the affairs of the local government councils at the expiration of the tenure of the former chairman on 17 June 2024.
The constitution of our law provides for a caretaker committee to be set up in 23 local governments and this has become necessary following the expiration of the tenure of the incumbents on the 17th day of June 2024, and the need not to have a vacuum in the effective administration of the local government's council.
The designated chairmen are Otonye Briggs, Akutoro Local Government Area, Dr. Darlington Oji, Ikwere Local Government Area, Chijoke Ihunwo for Obiabo Local Government Area, while Okereka Local Government Area has Princess Ibiene Ogan as its chairman. Others are Eyinda Kokigam, Opobonkoro Local Government Area, Gogo Philip Oyibo, and Matthew Dike for Tai Local Government Area, among others. Leader of the House, Sokari Goodboy Sokari, maintained that there is no vacuum in governance and that the nominees have been making contributions to the peace and development of the state.
The power of this executive is in that sense. Though we have former members here who will take it back, and the rest are former members, so I don't think they should be afforded that privilege.
Deputy Speaker Adolphus Timothy also added his voice.
They are men and women of impeccable character, and they have paid the utmost price to ensure that Rivers State and the government of Rivers State move forward. Mr. Speaker, I want to plead with my colleague, if we allow them to bow and move.
The Constitution of the House Standing Committee, which was the second item on the order of the paper for the day, was moved to another legislative day. In Port Harcourt, Nkironye JC, NTA News.
Caretaker Committee Chairman confirmed to pilot the affairs of the 23 local government areas of Rivers State have been inaugurated, with a charge on them to maintain peace and stability in their council areas. Osinachi Samuel reports.
Alabota Barasua of Bani and Princess Ibiene Ogan of Okereka local government areas of Rivers State are top on the list of women that made it to the caretaker committees. The women who have previously shown capacity in grassroots development and harnessing potentials of women and children are grateful to Governor Siminala Ifobara for finding them worthy to serve their people beside their male counterparts.
With new innovations, I brought security to a certain level. We brought in and built in infrastructures. So this new opportunity, I'm going to continue with that and also develop the LGA better than I left it some few hours ago.
In fact, in my LGA, I'm called the mother of children. The reason is because every year I do 500 children back to school, giving them free school bags, books, and certain things that they need for their school life. So children, this is your enjoyment time because I'm going to focus a lot on the children development.
The caretaker committee chairmen and their members are expected to toe the path of peace and carry everybody along without grudge to ensure a united River State.
Opobonkoro has been the most peaceful local government in Rivers State that stands to be challenged. So I can assure you we'll continue to maintain that peaceful atmosphere.
Just as in the state it is Rivers first, in the local government it will be Falga first. The interests of the people of Falga will be protected. Nobody will be oppressed, nobody will be victimized. We will all come together to move the local government forward.
First of all, I want to thank God for the opportunity the governor has given me to serve, and our people should be rest assured that we're going to carry everybody along. We're going to call for town hall meeting with the traditional rulers, the youth and the women.
More desire that our people enjoy the peace they've enjoyed over the years. And I also want to call on our people to remain peaceful and resolute, without minding the level of intimidation we've gotten from the other side. And as we assume office, we'll work out templates and all it takes to ensure that peace and stability is in the LGA.
I would want to advise the CTC chairman to go back to their council and make sure and ensure peace. So definitely some councils might have issues where people will come to attack, but I also advise them not to retaliate. Peace is priceless. They should go about their normal duties in peace.
I will urge my brothers and sisters who have gotten the opportunity to serve the state at this time to be broad-minded, open-minded, bring back the other members of the family. We are members of the same family. We campaigned for this government, we elected this government. Whatever we see or whatever we have seen should be considered as one of those things.
Alabota of Bonny local government area and her Opobonkoro counterparts are the only two local government chairmen that returned from among the immediate past local government chairmen. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Meanwhile, local government councils in the state have remained calm following the swearing-in of Transition Committee chairman confirmed by the State Assembly. Kingsley Amajiri, who visited some of the areas, brings us details.
Economic activities in the state capital have resumed after the two-day public holidays. The local government councils, which were centers of political activities the previous day, are now under lock and key. A security officer at Obiakpo Council headquarters told NTA News off camera that they are acting on instruction not to allow anyone into the council premises. At Port Harcourt City Council headquarters, the story is the same. Workers were equally not allowed access into the council headquarters. Meanwhile, supporters of the new caretaker committee members were waiting to receive the new leadership at Port Harcourt City Council.
We are actually to receive the new CTC committee that will hold brief while we expect elections. So we are here to receive them. They are in government house, we are expecting them.
The security agencies are mounting surveillance at the two entrances to the council secretariat. Of course, this is intended to ensure law and order at the council secretariat here. We have also gone around parts of Port Harcourt. We witnessed that the atmosphere has remained calm. Of course, work also has resumed at the state secretariat. Official activities have also resumed. But here at the State High Court, we saw that the gates were under lock and key. In effect, the city is still relatively calm. I'm Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
Concerned by recent cases of vandalism and theft of public assets, especially road infrastructure in some parts of Ogun State, the State House of Assembly has called on ministries, departments and agencies of government to put in place measures to secure public assets and utilities across the state. Correspondent Yemi Dalemo reports on these and other engagements of lawmakers at plenary.
Lawmakers at plenary, while observing with dismay the ongoing vandalization of public infrastructures in the state, charged the citizens to be more vigilant and report cases of vandalism of public property to security agencies. The Speaker, Oludaisi Elemide, while responding to the submission of member representing Abeokuta North State Constituency, Babatunde Teller, admonished the people to embrace attitudinal change and desist from such unpatriotic acts, which he noted were inimical to the development and progress of the state.
And we have spent so much billion on this road, and it's become an albatross to our people. So, Mr. Speaker, maybe for the last time, this House needs to call on the Commissioner for Works to, as a matter of urgency, make a visit to this spot and put up an immediate mayor.
In fact, Mr. Speaker, I want to believe that in future, we need to pass a bill on vandalization of public utilities in the state to show the seriousness of this legislative chamber on such activities. I say submit.
let me just send this to our security outfits and the MDAs that are involved in taking care of our properties to please wake up to action and live up to their responsibilities. And let me implore the members of public that government property is our property. We should not feel unconcerned. When you see something, you say something. And let me plead with our youth and people that we can call unscrupulous elements to please desist from this type of action. It is one Nigeria, all hands must be on deck, and we should be ready and prepared to build this nation and not to destroy it.
The lawmakers also congratulated the Olu of Ilaru and paramount ruler of Yewa land, Oba Kehinde Olugbende, on his emergence as the new chairman of the Ogun State Council of Obas, with prayers for a prosperous tenure that will usher in more progress, peace and tranquility in the state. Meanwhile, the House Committee on Public Accounts and Anti-Corruption, headed by Damilare Bello Mohammed on oversight of the local government administration, hosted the chairman and management team of Shagamu local government, where the records of the local government were scrutinized with the aim of ensuring transparency, accountability, and blocking revenue leakages in public administration. In Abeokuta, Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled with the former President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, over the passing of his mother, Chief Florence Morenike Saraki. In his condolence letter signed by Garba Shehu, the former president is saddened by the demise of Chief Florence Saraki, a strong pillar of the Saraki dynasty and a mother firmly committed to family values and the welfare of the less privileged. He commends the commitments and resilience she has had and shown as she supported the family after the death of the patriarch, Senator Abubakar Olashola Saraki. He describes her as a hardworking and people-friendly community leader whose kindness and thoughtfulness towards others is an inspiration, noting that she will be greatly missed by many in Kwara State and Nigeria at large. He prays for the former president of the Senate and the family for whom their mother meant so much, while wishing her eternal rest. Similarly, the Director General, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILD, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, has extended his heartfelt condolences to the former President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, following the death of his mother, Mrs. Florence Morenike Saraki. In a statement, Professor Suleiman recognizes Mama Florence Saraki's significant contributions to her family and the nation. He describes her as a pillar of strength, a compassionate matriarch, and a guiding light, whose legacy of selfless service and dedication to family values will continue to inspire many. The DG Niels extends his deepest sympathies to the Saraki family and all those touched by the late matriarch's kindness and generosity. Professor Suleiman prayed for her eternal rest in paradise and for God to grant the family the strength to bear the loss. Chief Florence Morenike Saraki passed away on Tuesday, June 18, 2024, at the age of 89. Meanwhile, the Speaker, House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has expressed sadness over the demise of the Chief of Moroa in Kaduna State, His Royal Highness Tagwai Sambo. Speaker Abbas, in a condolence message, commiserates with the Asholio people in southern Kaduna, describing the late traditional leader as a peace-loving man. He notes that the late Sambo was not just a traditional ruler, but an elder statesman and a great mobilizer of the people for good causes. The Speaker extends his condolences to the people and government of Kaduna State, while praying God for the repose of the monarch's soul. Well, that brings us to the end of Parliamentary News this evening. But remember that you can still watch our news and other programs on social media handles scrolling on your screen. Thank you for watching, and to have a wonderful evening. I am Praise Nwachukwu.